In the next couple of videos, I'm going to talk about the dry brush techniques. These techniques usually involve working with a much drier mix of paint, as you can see, much more condensed. And sometimes I even work out of a dry puddle off the palette. As a consequence of working with a much drier palette, you can see how much more condensed the colour looks and how you can build texture and colour using this effect. When compared to how a wash is applied, like so, you can see the difference and how far the paint goes. There are a number of dry brush techniques, but all of them involve working with a much drier mix of paint than you would with any of the washes. If we splay the brush and drag it, we can make a sweeping motion, and this is useful in creating texture in flowers such as tulips and in many petals. The more you splay the brush, the more spread out the texture becomes. We can also draw with the dry brush, making fine lines such as the veins found in petals and leaves. The drawing technique is not quite so dry as the other methods, so you have to experiment with the amount of water to paint ratio. The modelling dry brush technique is particularly useful in botanical painting. It allows us to build form and colour in a smooth, even way, and we can also create soft edges with it. This is created by using small motions of the brush, similar to a continuous tone technique with graphite or a colour pencil technique. It's also the technique that requires a very dry mix of paints. If you have it too wet, it can move and lift previous layers of paint using dry brush. The final technique is the stippling technique, and this is where we create small dots with the paintbrush, and they're placed in very close proximity to one another. It's useful for painting anthers where there are small pollen grains and we want that textured effect, or for painting spots, patterns and blemishes on petals and leaves and various parts of the plant.